maintenance and desktop subscription customers now have access to cloud rendering in A360 right from within 3ds Max. 2 new icons have been added to the toolbar in 3ds Max 2016. One to bring up the settings for A360 Cloud Renderer, and another to open your A360 Rendering gallery. First, log into your A360 Rendering account using the Quick Access drop-down menu. Once you are logged in, you'll be able to access the A360 Rendering gallery by pressing the button in the toolbar. Browse My Renderings section to view your previously rendered projects. Browse the gallery to view all publicly published projects to the cloud. View projects from your peers, share yours, and get inspired by your community. Back to 3ds Max 2016, your scene will need to have at least one camera in order to send your render to the cloud. When you're ready to render your camera views, press the Render in Autodesk A360 button to access the rendering setup menu. The settings for your cloud rendering are easy to manage, and if you have rendered in the cloud from Revit or Fusion before, you might already be familiar with them. The A360 widget, which also allows you to log in, will display job and credit details based on quality, size, and number of camera views you're sending to the cloud. To find out more about cloud credits, go to the link provided at the bottom of the screen. Note that small images are always free, and I strongly encourage you to render a small image first as a test before you render your full high-res images, panoramas, illuminance, or solar studies. Next, choose which views you want to render. You can render as many views as you want all at once. Then choose the output type, the quality, and the image size. As you change the settings for your A360 renderings, you will see that the required amount of credits gets automatically adjusted. As you would expect, more credits are required when you have more cameras, larger images, and higher quality settings. Educational accounts, like the one I'm using in this example, have a 16 credits limit per request and are a lower priority in the queue. Students may see longer delays in getting images completed than corporate accounts, particularly with very large images. Next, choose your exposure. The new physical camera exposure control, along with the classic mental ray photographic exposure control, are supported in the cloud. To use those, choose the native option. If you choose the advanced exposure, you will get the automatic exposure control from A360 Rendering. Choose your output format. Note that both TIFF and PNG format will allow for alpha channel. You can choose to be notified by email when the job is completed. Before uploading your scene to the cloud, it is highly recommended to test the scene compatibility and fix any errors. Errors could be around unsupported materials, plugin, and special effects. The A360 renderer wants to work just as the real world does. It is a light cuts type renderer. For best result, it might require some adjustment in how you normally work in 3ds Max. When the render message window displays warning messages, the render will go through but might include unexpected results. If you have error messages, these will need to be addressed before you can successfully upload your scene to the cloud. This step is important. Once you have fixed all warnings and error messages, press the render button. The time needed to upload your scene to the cloud depends on your internet connection and the complexity of your scene. Once your scene is uploaded to the cloud, go to your A360 Rendering account and browse to your project under My Rendering section. The A360 project will be named according to your 3ds Max scene name. Here, you can watch the progress of your renders. Mouse over the rendering progress bar to see the estimated time remaining for each image. No cloud credits will be charged for a cancelled render. Once the renders are completed, view, download, and share the images. In the next video, you will see how you can re-render images from previously uploaded files. Re-rendering can include exposure adjustment, selection of different environment dome, and change in rendering output, such as type of images, quality, and size.